Hey everybody, it's Luke here at Gramophone. Today we're going to be taking a look at an integrated amplifier by Yamaha. This is the AS801. In short, it's got good functionality, has good looks, and offers a great sound. And I'm going to get into all the features that it does bring to the table. But before we get there, make sure you guys subscribe to the Gramophone channel and click the bell notification icon down there so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming highlights. Now then, the AS801, and what nicely packaged piece of product Yamaha has assembled for us here to meet almost all of our audio needs. First and foremost, this is a stereo integrated amplifier, but offers options for A and B speakers, and depending on the speakers that you're using, you can actually configure this for a bi-amp. This is going to offer you 100 watts of power into a 2-channel load at 8 ohms. So for an integrated, especially at this price point, that's actually some pretty serious power, and it's Class AB. I mentioned earlier that this does have a USB DAC built into it, which is a very nice piece of kit that we're not really seeing as often as we should. So thank you, Yamaha, for doing something very smart in that regard. But that USB DAC actually has an ESS Sabre chip in it. A real, seriously good DAC. And that DAC is rated at 32 bits and up to 384 kilohertz. And on top of all that, it can even play DSD at up to 5.6 megs. So if by chance you're looking to use a laptop as your streamer, or you're just connecting this to your desktop setup, this is the way to go. There's also a really cool feature on the other side of this amp, and I'm referring to the analog features. Connect something via pure analog to this unit, you can enable a pure direct mode, which gives you the shortest possible signal path through the input, the preamplifier, and out through the power amp. You can bypass the tone controls and any of the digital circuitry that otherwise may have gotten in the way or influenced the signal by sending what is coming into that input basically straight through volume attenuation and then out through the power amp. And that's a really nice feature because if you ever decide to use an external CD player or maybe an external higher end DAC, even more so than what's in here, you can skip all that other stuff and get the most benefit out of it. But as far as processing features do go, there is a continuously variable loudness control built into this unit that essentially is like a smart kind of compression. And I don't mean the kind that reduces the quality of your music per se, but rather will elevate both bass frequencies and high frequencies when listening at low levels so you can keep some emphasis on those and keep some detail in your music. Another really cool feature of this amp that we're not seeing as often anymore, at least I don't think we are, is a speaker AB option, where you can have completely separate speakers plugged into one set of terminals and a completely different pair plugged into the other set, which gives you options not only for shooting out and testing other speakers, but maybe even for running 2 different systems in 2 different rooms depending on how you have everything wired up. Or you can actually use this for a bit of bi-amplification as long as the speakers that you're running into are 8 ohms. And have both of these amplifier outputs output into that same pair for divided up amplification and more power. And finally, supporting all of this is a custom Yamaha made power transformer that's got plenty of power for that 100 watt rating and runs into 12,000 microfarad, big, nice capacitors in between. On the digital side, you're going to get optical, coaxial, and the best part, USB Type-B in. On the analog side of things, you get a dedicated phono stage, which is great, a CD in, and this CD in is also the input where I mentioned that you can do the direct mode, the pure direct that bypasses everything else. There's a switch you can throw for that. And then you get 3 more standard line ins. As for outputs, there is a USB Type-A for DC power out for charging a phone, which is a kind of handy little feature. You have a subwoofer out for connecting an external sub to a typical RCA sub pre-out. And finally, you have your speakers A and speakers B, a total of 8 binding posts divided up A-B. You can use them for different speakers, as I mentioned, or you can use them for bi-amping 8 ohm nominal impedance speakers. Very nice front fascia with a clean brushed look and a relatively simplified but good-looking appearance on the rest of the body with just a matted aluminum metal finish. Even the knobs on the front have the same aluminum finishing as the much higher end models, and they feel very good in the hand. You can really feel them click into place, and I like that tactility. It's just not something we see much anymore in a world of touchscreens. And not that it's an inherently bad thing, but there's just something really satisfying about throwing a solid, well-made switch. A really cool feature of this product is on the front, there's some lights that indicate what signal level your digital signal is coming in at, so you can be acutely aware of what the quality of your music is. And when you select your input, you're going to use this rotary selector, and it's going to light up an LED to indicate what position it's in. You will feel it click into place, but you'll also visually see it with the LED. And this chassis is built with what is known as an ART base, which is an extra thick bottom plate, which stands for anti-resonance and tough. A very apt and descriptive name for helping to keep resonance out of the component as a total, and just for making a very solid and quite literally tough foundation on which to build a nice audio piece. The heat sinks are extruded aluminum and are very good at their job of heat dissipation. And finally, the speaker terminals on the back are actually gold plated for really great conductivity. For just under $900, the Yamaha A-S801 integrated amplifier makes a great argument for why you can have a great time at home listening on electronics for less than $1,000. Custom transformer, Class AB amps, good heat sinks and reliable operation, a plethora of inputs and outputs, and even the ability to do AB or if not bi-amplified speakers. There's a lot going on in this unit and a lot you're getting for that dollar. So if you're someone looking to step up your home stereo game, give the AS801 a solid look. And if that's something that you want to do, click that link down below to head on over to Sky by Gramophone, where you can check out securely and have one of these units shipped fast and free straight to your door. Also, please give us a call and stop by one of our showroom locations where you can demo units such as this one. You'll find us in Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland. Finally, we have a lovely kitchen design center in Hunt Valley you should go visit, where you can see all of the latest and greatest design trends currently going on in the home today. You'll find us on social media too. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Pals, Twitter, and even a few others. Just check the links down below. Need help coming up with project ideas? Need to schedule a service request? Or just need to speak to one of our hi-fi home theater and interior design experts? Well, get inspired at gramophone.com. And of course, ask at gramophone.com. Should you have any questions for me about anything that I've covered here on the channel, I'd love to answer any further questions. Click that like button if you enjoyed this video, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the Gramophone channel for all of your audio and home theater needs. While you're down there in the comment section, tell me what you think of the Yamaha and what stereo integrated piece you're looking to purchase. Thank you for watching, and of course, be seeing you.